Hello, welcome, welcome. Sorry. Thank you all so much for your patience with a little bit of the time change. And of course, the location has changed. So thank you all, which changed the lighting and all of these things. So thank you for joining me and being so flexible. I am going to invite us to a little bit of strength building this morning. As you know, it's just a quickie class, 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm grateful that you're here to join. All right, cuties. Let's classically start in child's pose, my favorite. It's hard to not start in this shape sometimes for me. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. I'm going to remove my glasses, extend those arms, and let's just connect in and start to feel the breath. I like to start just noticing my breath first before doing any changes. So just see how the body is being breathed. And then let's deepen that breath. And it's an invitation to concentrate the breath in and out through the nose. Deepen the breath, kind of notice our head. And let's take a couple more deep breaths here. All right, let's gently on that next inhale, rise up into tabletop. Let's give ourselves some cat cows this morning. Explore the body, right? This is just a nice touch in the spine, right? So inhale, the tailbone goes up, my chin starts to reach towards the ceiling, and then exhale, round the spine, looking towards the belly. Oh. So find your own groove. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral. Let's bring that belly in. We're going to extend that right leg behind us. So just warming up a little bit. Lift that right leg up, toes pointed down. We've done this one time, I believe, in another class this last couple weeks. And then extend that left arm out in front of you. Belly in, top of the head to the front of the room. Hold it here, breathe. And keep flirting with that back leg. Breathe here. Relax the jaw. Inhale, lift a little more. And exhale, bring it all down. Shake it out. See what feels good. Maybe roll those wrists. And then other side. So taking that left leg back, toes down, lift on up. Make sure the pelvis stays parallel to the floor. Belly in. Extending that right arm forward, top of the head to the front of the room. Breathe. Relax the face. It's okay if you're a little wobbly, right? This has definitely got a balance dynamic to it. Lift a little more on this inhale, extend, belly strong, and then exhale, bring it all down. Shake it out. Let's get into the neck a little bit while we're here. Oh, good. All right, let's move into our first down dog. This is our first, assuming that this is the first one for the day. So we want to be nice and gentle. Tuck those toes. Just a reminder, I'm on a cheap mat, so, and I sweat. I don't know. Anyway, so it sucks. But go ahead, tuck those toes. Bring the tailbone towards the sky. Press the hands into the earth. Shoulder blades down. Biceps by the ears. Ugh, sorry. Just the slipping is so annoying. All right, breathe in here. And then on this inhale, come forward into plank. It's gonna be a little warming up here, okay? Find your plank, Tadasana here. And then exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank, and we're gonna lower down chaturanga. You can put those knees to the floor, elbows against the body, chest and chin first. Inhale, come up into a nice low cobra. Exhale, lower. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up to a nice low cobra. Use the back muscles, your erector spinae, okay? Exhale, lower. Inhale, one more time here. Inhale and hold it. Breathe. This is different than Sphinx. We're not supporting it. We're using the muscles, right? To get that back bend. Breathe. And then exhale. Inhale, we're going to push ourselves up and back into child's pose. So we're going to do this little modified flow where we inhale, we come forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, back to child's or down dog, right? If that's your vibe. I'm going to avoid it a little bit because it's slipping. Breathe here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Inhale, belly in, push up. Use your strength. Exhale, push back, child's pose. One more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. This time we're going to come into down dog, right? So inhale, push yourself up, nice and strong. Exhale, tuck the toes back into your down dog. And then we're going to walk those hands back towards the feet, coming into our standing forward fold. Let the head fall towards the earth, chin towards the chest. A couple nice deep breaths here. Relax the shoulders. Good. Inhale, extend that heart forward, top of the head to the front of the moon, flat back, and then all the way up, rising all the way up. Bring those arms up. Oh, yeah. And then exhale, relax. Let's do a little balance. Just that simple one. I need my glasses so I can find my spot on the floor. So a little trick for any of my friends that are new, when you're doing balance, in yoga they call it a drishti, so just a point of focus, because when the mind is still, we can usually balance a lot better. So find a point of focus. It's not moving. A point of focus, okay? So I'm going to strengthen, as we know, that standing right leg, nice and strong. Core is engaged. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift up that left knee. Hold here and breathe. Find that focus, the drishti. Breathe. Gently extend that right leg forward, left leg forward, and bring it down, shake it out. Good job, guys. All right, otro lado. Engaging that left leg nice and strong. Remember, don't lock the knee. That means I'm hanging out on my knee joint. Reminder, knees don't have their own muscles. It's these quad muscles, some of the calves, that's what's supporting that joint. So we want to engage it to support the joint. So really engaging that left leg, core engaged, find your point of focus, and then we're gonna lift up that right knee. Breathe. And then gently exhale, extend that right leg, all that strength, and put it down, shake it out. Let's come into a warrior two, one of my favorites. All right, open up the legs. I'm gonna have my front foot facing directly to the front of the room. Excuse me, I'm still dealing with that sickness. So great, at least it's moving, right? Okay, toes pointing to the front, other toes going in this direction, perpendicular. Open your feet pretty wide, okay? Try to find a nice 3 feet. You can do it 2 ways. I like heel to back arch, so that means my front leg, my front heel, lines right up to the center of my back foot arch. That's my preference. You can also do heel to heel, okay? I'm gonna sit in this front leg. Now this knee likes to go left and right. Dangerous. Keep it right on top of the ankle. Really engage both feet. Now again, my mat is slippy, which sucks. Okay. Also, you don't wanna like twerk or tweak. I mean, maybe you do want to twerk. It's actually going to open the pelvis here, anyway. All right, so you don't want to bring this left hip too far back. Keep it kind of natural, but you're really opening up that inner thigh on both sides, sitting nice and deep. And then let's bring those arms up, shoulders soft, and breathe. Belly in. Breathe. Let's reverse it. Flip that front palm and then reach up, open that side body, and then exhale back to warrior two, and straighten that leg. Turn the toes to face the side. We're gonna walk the feet a little bit in and do a wide plie. They call it, in English, they usually call it goddess pose because since the beginning of our evolution, women have been having babies like this. This is way more organic and natural than the way we do it in Western medicine, but not the time. Okay, so squat nice and deep. Lift those toes, root the feet, lower belly in, shoulders relaxed, breathe. Maybe hands to the heart. Notice the breath. And then sit a little deeper. And then come on up. Woo-wee. Shake it out. All right. Let's switch sides. So now I'm taking the front foot facing the front, back foot facing side, perpendicular. Find that heel alignment, right? Bring the belly in. Sit nice and deep in that front leg. Lift those toes, really grounded. No tweaking that back hip. There is an opening, but you don't want to force it. Engage the back glute. Biggest muscles in the body. Check that front knee. There's a lot going on here. Belly in. Let's bring those arms up and breathe. Sit a little deeper. And then gently exhale, straighten. This time let's do a nice wide-legged forward fold. Little break. Nice and wide, flat back, right? Kick that booty out, fold over, and releasing your head and neck. Ooh, and breathe here. here. Good. We're going to walk ourselves to that front foot that's up right now. And then we're going to turn on our back toes, right? So we're coming into a nice low lunge. Extend back. And let's add that twist. Right hand on the earth. Twist that whole body. And left arm up. Or whatever side you're on. Breathe. Good. Twist a little more. And then exhale, left hand down. Bring that left foot back. I'm going to hold a plank here. Get that full body hit. And then bring that right foot up. However you can. Oh my gosh. I think I might not even use this mat. It's so bad. Careful on the cheap mats, guys. They're not worth it. All right. Left hand. And then bring that right arm up. Really feel the left heel reaching towards the back of the room. Ground the right foot. Breathe. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, right hand down. One more plank here. Hit it nice and strong. Belly in. And then exhale, knees to the floor. Open up nice and wide. Little child's pose. Good job, you guys. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, come back up, cuties. We're going to make our way to our back. Doing a little bit of core. Hold on to. Okay. So now that we're on our back, take a minute. Relax the shoulders. Feel the earth. Feel your breath. Every little bit counts, y'all. Every little bit counts. So just give yourself some appreciation for showing up today, hitting the mat. All right, little core. I don't have any props, or I have a bolster here, but I don't really have a lot of props. So knees up, just like we did. We're going to exhale, extend that right leg. You want the leg strong and you want it hovering the floor, and then you lift shoulders off, right? That's our exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. I like to have my arms down the side of the body. Inhale, exhale. Inhale at your own pace, y'all. Exhale. Try not to crank the neck. It's more like you're trying to kiss the ceiling. All right. Now relax for just a minute. Bring the hands behind the head, right? And we're going to hit the obliques, which of course is the side of the abs. So we're going to go right elbow, left knee. Same action, but we're just adding a little twist, okay? Here we go. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. I'm doing isometric, so I'm not bringing my shoulders down, right? So holding it the whole time. Exhale. Almost there. And release. Good job. It's hard to talk when you're doing core. Extend out, stretch the whole body. Make sure it feels good. Roll out the ankles. Let's windshield right for a minute. Feet as wide as the yoga mat, and then allow the knees to fall left and right. Hmm. Good. Bring those feet hip width apart. Let's do a little bridge. Hands down by the side of the body. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Press those feet into the earth. Pelvis up towards the ceiling. Lift on up. You can stay right here. Do not move your head in this shape ever. And then I'm going to interlace the fingers because that's available to me. Rolling my shoulders under. And then I got a little bit more depth into that back bend. My feet and quads are engaged more than my booty. Breathe here. And gently release the hands if you're bound, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, come back down. Ooh, let that melt. Let's bring that right ankle to the left knee. Let that big bone open and rest in the hip joint before we do anything. Reminder, I'm keeping that right foot flexed just to help protect the knee with muscles, right? Because we're in this rotation in the knee, it creates a vulnerability. Anytime we step out of that alignment, we increase our vulnerability, right? So let's bring the unit of the legs up towards the body, shoulders down, relax the jaw, and breathe here. One more full breath. And gently unwind the legs, knees to chest. Maybe, row the boat, both knees, do some circles. Just doing whatever feels good in this transition. And then otra lado, switching sides. My left hip. Okay, so I got my right foot on the floor. I'm going to let that left femur open and rest in that hip joint. That's a stretch for a lot of us right there. And just as a reminder, I didn't say it on the other side, you can stay right here. If you're getting a lot of sensation and this is enough for you, take care. This is a perfect space to stay. If you want to go deeper and intensify the stretch, of course, bring the unit of the legs up towards the chest and breathe here. And just noticing the thoughts, noticing the mind, not judging it, just noticing it. And then see if we can call it back home, concentrating on breath and sensations and sounds. A couple more deep breaths here. Good, gently unwind. Transition knees to chest, some circles. All right, we're gonna do a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is basically our butterfly, sometimes we call it, on our back. So the bottom of the feet are gonna be together and the knees are gonna fall open. If I had blocks, I could put them under each knee just to help not have that intensity, right, to support the stretch. The other thing I want you to pay attention to is the outside of both of your feet need to be touching, okay? So bring the feet to the earth, walk the feet together, and put the feet together, allowing the knees to open up. Remember, you can put support under both knees. I love my arms up overhead because I get more of a stretch through the spine, but you can have them out to the side, hands on the body. See what feels good for you. And breathe here. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath here. And then on that inhale, gently, I like to help my legs sometimes. Bring the knees together. Excuse me. Maybe by the end of July, it'll be gone. Feet back to the earth, open as wide as the yoga mat, windshield white, left and right. Go nice and slow. Make it juicy, you know. Good. And when you're done with that, give yourself one more hug, knees to chest, shoulders down. Give gratitude to these bodies that just are in constant service of our whim. And then when you're ready, taking Shavasana, just about 1 minute of relaxation. This is so key to the parasympathetic. Invitation to soften the eyes, notice the breath. And just noticing. And while we're here, a sweet invitation to internally take a moment and give up some gratitude. And then wiggling toes, wiggling fingers. Roll onto one side. And we're gonna push ourselves up. Nice and easy. Push up. Oh, all right, cuties. Noticing how we feel, maybe if it feels honest, setting your intention or prayer for the day. Thank you so much for joining me, and always down for feedback, or if you're like, hey, can we work on this tomorrow? Always feel free to let me know. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.